Hello, welcome back to another video. Today I want to vlog going to this little village called Burley, and it's basically a mini Glastonbury by the sea. Very witchy, wild horses. It's gonna be fun. It's our first time going.
Yeah.
With Trey. My first time going at all.
You came prepared.
We've got iced coffee. It's a beautiful hot day in September in the UK, which is rare. But we've got a 2-hour drive, so we'll see you when we're there. So we arrived in this cute, tiny little village of Burley in the New Forest, England, and straight away I was welcomed by many different witchy shops. It was so cool to see this. It makes you feel like you could be in Glastonbury, but you've got these wild horses knocking around the village, so it gives it a bit more of like this fairy tale vibe. It's very quiet and quaint, but this is the most interesting shop. It is a coven of witches. And the reason this is so interesting is it was the first of the Witchy Shops to be here in Burley. I'm not quite sure if this shop was named after or if it was actually owned by one of the most famous witches from Britain called Sybil Leek. Sybil lived in Burley in the 1950s, and she was famous for walking around in classic witchy attire, a black cape. She even would often have a crow on her shoulder. Her incredible life story is now celebrated at an exhibition at the Moor Hill House Hotel in Burley. Sadly, we didn't get time to go and see this on this day, but it's definitely something I want to check out. She made claims that her family have been practicing witchcraft since the 1100s, and she tells stories in her autobiography about how her parents would allow her to sit in on conversations when visited by such figures as Aleister Crowley and H.G. Wells. Honestly, the woman sounds fascinating, and I just adore that this cute village of Burley are celebrating her life. I heard that eventually she moved from Burley to America just to escape the criticism that she was receiving back then, and for people misjudging her witchcraft practice as evil. Her version of witchcraft was a lot more simple. She would focus on the old religion and how to live life in balance rather than putting curses on people. She was quoted saying, "My religion, witchcraft, is not a dramatic thing. It's meditation instead of prayer. It's listening instead of talking. It's waiting for someone to say something to you. It's quiet. It's natural. It's easy. I'm a good witch. Certainly, I have studied black magic, which is vicious and vile, but I have no desire to conjure harm. I have no capability for harm." I believe Sybil was known to have written over 60 books related to the occult within her lifetime, and I think her most famous book was A Diary of a Witch, which of course is going on my TBR list. I really want to read that, especially now after visiting Burley. You can really feel the magic in the air in this place. There's lots of other stuff to enjoy as well, like cute, quaint pubs, local fudge, ice cream. I really highly recommend going here in the summer as we did, because it's only 15-minute drive to the beach, and this beach is backed by the beautiful nature that you're surrounded by here in the New Forest. this little village of Burley. I highly recommend anyone who's interested in witchcraft or the occult or just cute like villages in general. It's just so lovely. Thatched roof cottages surrounded by meadows. I was just in my fairy tale dream, as you can imagine. I definitely put it up there with Glastonbury. Obviously there's so much more to see and more sacred sites in Glastonbury. It's a much bigger place, it has even more history, but this is definitely a close second for me when it comes to magical witchy places in the UK. I adored it. I definitely want to come back here and hopefully have even more time to explore more of the nature side of things. I have a feeling that the forest surrounding this place is just full of fairies and gnomes and elves and all those magical creatures that you often find in these kinds of places, especially with the wild ponies, and it's just this beautiful, there's that heather everywhere, and it just honestly is so magical. I can't wait to come back and actually explore the New Forest side of this village, but luckily we did have time to go to the beach, and it was a perfect day to dip in the icy cold ocean. I will show you some clips of the beach soon and share that with you, but I will just say before I go that the ocean here just felt extra pure. You know, there was something about it, the energy of this place, and sometimes I like to think of myself as a bit of a sea witch because I feel so connected to the ocean. But the icy cold waters here, they felt so pure and cleansing. The waves weren't strong. It was just magical, pure magic. Highly recommend Burley, and let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this video. I will leave you now with just the few more clips from the day here, and I'm wishing you a beautiful day, sending you all my love. Oh, I do want to mention that this town has about 5 or more, possibly 6 I think, witchy shops just in this tiny little high street. There's hardly anything here but witchy shops. A couple of pubs and a couple of fudge shops and cider shops I think, but there is still so much to see beyond the little tiny quaint village of Burley. You know, you have the whole of the New Forest to explore, and what is something so enjoyable about Burley is they have held on to this tradition of what's called commoning, which allows the wild horses and cattle and pigs to be able to roam free around the town that is in the middle of this beautiful forest. So that is such a lovely sight to see, because it makes you kind of appreciate how things were back 50, 100 years ago. You know, it was such a different world that we lived in, and if you like that kind of feeling of going back in time, I would highly recommend this place. And I know there is still so much more to explore within the New Forest, but naturally I had to come to this little witchy hotspot, and so glad I did, and I'm so glad I got to share it with you guys, and hopefully you can put it on your bucket list of places to visit when you're in England. There's so much to do here, especially if you love nature, so definitely worth booking a trip. Cinderella, little Gus, the little fat Gus. Oh my god, I love it.
Mine goes blue.
No, it's the wrong, too big. Put it on this finger.
I bet it's gonna go purple.
Why? It's gone brown and yellow, isn't it? green? No.
Mine's still blue.
No, green. Mine's gone.
Yeah. It's crazy how different it is.
What does green say?
I don't know. Is this bright green?
Yeah.
Average reading, not under great stress. Blue, relaxed, at ease, calm and lovable. Huh. Seems pretty accurate.
It's going blue underneath. I'm halfway there. They're really cool for mood.
I know, for mood rings.
I like
they're
this
nice.
one.
Yeah.
I used to
Does
love,
that one
I
work?
used to love mood rings when I was a kid.
Yeah. Because they're magical.
The aqua and blue. Blue-green. Charged. Somewhat.
Mine was
Oh,
a
no, it's gone blue
blue-green.
again.
Inner emotions
Yeah,
charged.
yours was bright green. Don't
It
lie
was
to
a
the
bluey
camera.
green. I think this is the last shop away with the fairies.
Yes, that the evoke.
We just finished the little mini tour of Burley. It's so small you would have seen the little shops we went through. I think there was 5 in total. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Like the only shops there are mostly little witchy shops. It's so tiny. So now, from Trey's request, we're going to go to the beach, which is meant to be like a 15-minute drive from here. We made it to the ocean.
Which spot do you want to go to?
Woohoo. Do you want to go down there
Right.
or down
I
this
don't
way?
know how else to get down that way, so.
Can you even see?
Yeah. Got a little window here.
Are you actually reading?
Yeah. Yeah. I just have to lower the book like
Where could Trey be? Hey.
You have awoken the great mud. I am Modin, son of Muck. What is it you want, human? Can you hear that grit?
Your beard.
I will rest now. If there's nothing more, I will go to sleep.
But the back of your head's not muddy.
Then I will just go to sleep.
That's better. I didn't quite like dip my whole head in like Trey.
Let me see myself.
I looked like an orc.
That is the end of this awesome vlog of our day at Burley. I just wanted to do a little outro. We forgot to film one. We were really tired after the ocean, and yeah, it was just a great day overall. I hope it inspired you to maybe book a trip there too, but thank you for watching, and just want to like sponsor myself in the end of this video. If you are looking for a tarot reading or a numerology birth chart reading, I do both of those. You can find them down on my Etsy store below, and yeah, look forward to reading the cards for you you, but if not, just like, subscribe, comment on this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.